A story in Canada's Mississauga News announced the arrest of a local child who wrote the Randex worm. The 16-year-old boy, who cannot be identified under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, is charged with a number of computer-related offenses, the newspaper said. Great. Robocops around the globe followed every lead in a desperate search to capture Randex's author after he allegedly hacked into more than 9,000 computers worldwide and launched a virus that caused many systems to crash. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police finally got their man, yet they refuse to identify him. Once again, Canada will shield the identity of a deadly cyber terrorist. Does anybody remember Mafia Boy or his real name, Mike Kelsey? We know more about the Youth Criminal Justice Act than we know about the people who are destroying billions of dollars globally while their dads are cooking moose steaks. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Forget about terrorists in Libya and Iran. Too far away. We need to invade Canada. Terrorist sympathizers go out of their way to hide cyber villains deep within the North 40, and it's time we put a stop to it. Come on, who's with me? I'll drive! It's only, 1,100 miles? That's 15 hours. That's a day trip, man. We'll begin the invasion in Mississauga, and it would be so easy to invade Canada. I mean, come on. We're talking about a country that accepted all of the international flights bound for the U.S. on 9/11 because the U.S. considered them suicidal terrorist weapons. Oh, you can't land here. You might explode. Go land in Canada. And they did. They landed in Canada. Canada let them. We could pull up to the Niagara border with 29 tanks and take the whole country. Man, I'd be up in the front of the line, standing up in my Jeep in the general's costume. Well, okay, it's a Suzuki Vitara, but it looks like a Jeep. What's the border guard gonna do, huh? He's gonna ask to see our driver's licenses. In a rare case, he might ask, what you gonna do with all these tanks, eh, General? You can tell him anything. We're going to participate in a ceremony for the Edmund Fitzgerald. As long as all of our radios are playing Bare Naked Ladies tunes, he'll let us through. It's that simple. We could solve the cyber terror problem in Canada. One puppet regime, a couple of kangaroo courts. Man, we're done. Ta-da! We can even pick up some prescription meds at discount prices on our way back. Yeah, speaking of meds, I got to take a half dose of my seizure medication. That's actually my cat's seizure medication. If you're a longtime reader of my columns on the web, then you know I take a half dose of my cat's seizure pills. Half for him and half for me. Half for him and half for me. But, of course, I had to kill my cat so I could report to the front lines of Operation Internet Freedom so I can take a whole dose of seizure medication anytime I want. And yeah, I killed the cat over a year ago, but not before I refilled his prescription, eh? Woo! Hang on a second. Why do they put child-proof caps on feline medication? There. Ooh. And they're beautiful looking, too. Woo! Hang on a second. Only a half dose. Oh, man. They taste bad, too. They taste bad, but they're good. Oh, man. Whew, hang on a second. Put that back. I'll have to put the child-proof cap back on so that, my cats don't get into it. Man. Don't worry, they kick in pretty quickly. It's to control seizures, So, where was I? Yes. Page 2. Yeah, I think my cat's seizure medication is starting to kick in. I love that feeling. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Only in the computer security world can you keep your name out of the newspapers even after you plead guilty to a heinous crime in a Canadian court. If you remember Mafia Boy, he pleaded guilty to a heinous crime in a Canadian court, and he's out gallivanting around, and you don't even know his name is Mike Kelsey. Face it, the Canucks practice some sort of bizarre catch-and-release program. Sorry, eh? You must be at least this tall to stand trial for heinous cybercrimes, otherwise we gotta throw you back. Let's push the envelope, folks. I'll personally pay a $100 bounty for a court document that reveals the identity of Randex's alleged author. And just for irony's sake, yes, I'll guarantee your own anonymity. 100 US or 100 Canadian, your choice. I want this kid's name. I'm Rob Rosenberger, and you know my name. I'm going to throw that page away too. I'm working for VMyths. That's VMyths.com. Truth about computer security hysteria. Be there or be scared. Oh, and for all of you Canucks living in Canada, be afraid. Because we are going to come with 29 tanks, and we are going to take over your puny little country. Yes, I only took half of my cat seizure medication. We are going to take it. We're going to come in with 29 tanks, and we are going to tell the guard our flimsy little excuse, and he is going to believe that we're coming up with a 29-gun salute for the Edmund Fitzgerald, and that's how we're going to end that cyber terrorism in your puny little country. We're even going to take it back. I probably should take more of my cat seizure medication at this point. Why do they put child-proof caps on cat medicine? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably made by a Canadian.